mynews.studio.
A clear gel, once used only for routine eye surgeries, is now helping people regain sight after being told they would go blind. How did this simple shift manage to bring back the light for them?
Today is January 21st, 2026. Let's start at the beginning. What exactly is hypotony, and why has it been so challenging to treat?
Hypotony is when the pressure inside the eye drops below 6.5 millimeters of mercury. That low pressure distorts the eye's shape over time, damaging internal structures. The end result can be irreversible vision loss. For a long time, treatments like silicone oil injections offered only temporary help, and they often brought side effects, sometimes making vision worse because of toxicity.
So, until recently, there wasn't really a solid, long-term solution.
Exactly. The standard treatments were really just stopgaps. But in January this year, researchers at Moorfields Eye Hospital in London published results that shifted things. They started injecting hydroxypropylmethylcellulose, or HPMC, a gel that was already used in eye surgery, directly into the eye.
HPMC, just to clarify, that's the gel typically used in procedures like cataract surgery, right? What led them to try it for hypotony?
That's right. HPMC is biocompatible, it's inexpensive, and it's already approved for other uses. The researchers thought it might restore eye volume and pressure safely, without the side effects of silicone oil. Their clinical trial followed 8 patients for a year, and 7 of them regained significant vision.
7 out of 8 is a strong result. Do we know how the actual treatment was given?
Patients received injections about every 2 to 4 weeks, on average, 9 injections per eye over 12 months. The median eye pressure went from 3.5 up to 9 millimeters of mercury. Eye length, which is a key marker, increased by a millimeter. But most importantly, vision actually returned for most people.
That's a real change from what's been possible before. Can you share one patient's experience?
Sure. One patient, Nikki, developed uveitis soon after having a baby. For a while, things were stable, but then she had complications. Cataracts, repeated drops in eye pressure. She tried steroids and silicone oil, but nothing worked for long. When she started the HPMC injections at Moorfields, her vision came back as her eye pressure stabilized. She called it incredible. That's not a word we often hear in this context.
Beyond these stories, how rigorous was the science? Was this more of an educated guess, or was it a structured effort?
This was systematic. Moorfield set up a dedicated hypotony clinic and brought in bioengineers from University College London. They used structured clinical assessments alongside engineering approaches to understand what drives chronic low pressure. Their protocol became the first published case series of its kind in the British Journal of Ophthalmology.
Given all this, when might patients outside of Moorfields be able to access this treatment? Is it just a waiting game now?
It's encouraging, but there are still steps ahead. HPMC is safe and cheap, but using it for hypotony is new. Regulatory approval will need larger studies in multiple centers to confirm it's both safe and effective. If those trials get support and go well, we might see broader access in 3 to 5 years.
Do you think this idea, restoring eye pressure with a gel, might help with other causes of blindness too?
Potentially, yes. Any condition involving abnormal eye pressure or structural collapse could be a candidate. But each disease has its own challenges, so we'd need new clinical trials for each one. Still, it shows that some so-called untreatable eye diseases might just need a fresh combination of clinical insight and engineering.
Why does this matter on a global scale? Vision loss is a huge issue, especially as populations age.
Hundreds of millions of people worldwide are affected by vision loss, and the numbers are rising. The major shift here is moving from just slowing down decline to actually restoring function. What happened at Moorfields suggests we might be able to reverse conditions once thought permanent, not just restoring sight, but also independence and quality of life.
It's a reminder that sometimes the solution isn't a brand new drug or device. It's about rethinking how we use what's already available. Makes you wonder what else could be right in front of us, just waiting for a different approach.
That's really the key takeaway.
Innovation isn't always about inventing something entirely new. Sometimes it's about seeing old tools in a new light.
Thanks for being with us as we explored this, from that first patient story all the way to the global impact.
Thank you for tuning in. This episode was brought to you by mynews.studio. Try it now, free of charge.